I was in the Meriwether County history page, and I posted a little bit asking if anybody knew anything about the murder in Coweta County case, and someone said that the murder, rather than where I said it happened in my video, actually happened literally right here. And the guy who posted this was Joe P. Morgan, and he said that AAA Upholstery is owned by Mike Thompson now. And I walked in and asked him, and he said that, yes, it actually did happen right here. He tried to make his way in through the front door, and these concrete bases used to be the gas pumps, and he was kind of wrangled there and accidentally shot by John Wallace and his men. And this is the actual location of the Wilson Turner murder of Murder in Coweta County lore. Basically, the story here goes that up in Meriwether, in John Wallace's kingdom, he had double-crossed John Wallace and decided to steal a couple of his milk cows, and he says in the movie, "I have a pasture in Carrollton."
Well, Mr. Wallace, prize Guernsey just got stole. Let's see you swallow that. What are you gonna do? Little pasture over in Carrollton. Back in the woods. Keep her there like find me a buyer.
Wilson, I helped you because you're my sister's husband and you need the money. You're messing like this with John Wallace. I don't think I want to be around you.
And so he was actually arrested with these stolen cows in Carrollton and kept in jail there for a very short period of time before Sheriff Collier requested he be transferred over to the Meriwether County Jail because that's where the crime was committed.
You busted, son.
Sheriff Threadgill. You're not taking me back to Meriwether, are you? You're not handing me over to Sheriff Collier, are you?
You're in my custody, Kathy, and you ain't going nowhere but Carrollton jail.
Yes, sir, Sheriff. Yes, sir.
Turner, get up. You're being transferred to Meriwether.
What for?
Because that's where you stole the cow and they got jurisdiction. Sheriff Collier brought the warrant.
No, Sheriff, you can't. Take me. That's John Wallace. Collier's one of his boys. Wallace will kill me. Collier will let him. Please, God, oh, no, take me. Oh, Wallace will kill me.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Immediately, Turner knew that something was very, very wrong because it was done very shoddy. They just kind of walked in and got him, and they release him a day or two later from the Meriwether County Jail, and he's ecstatic, you know. They say lack of evidence, I get to go home and be with my wife and son. But he quickly sees that John Wallace is basically waiting for him outside, and he gets into his car, and before he can fill it, he has to make a run for it and eventually crosses over into the Coweta County line. The movie's a little bit different because the Sunset Tourist Camp, which is where I'm standing right now, was set off to the back a little bit, but here it seems to be right near the road. And he parked his car here and made a dash for the tourist building, and at the doors, John Wallace's men dragged him back to the car, and John Wallace went to go pistol whip him so hard that the gun discharged and very likely blew off the back of Wilson Turner's head.
What are you boys doing? Escape criminal, wanted for murder. Hey, wait! Why don't you just handcuff him? Why don't you mind your own damn business?
What we gonna do?
I'm gonna call Sheriff Potts.
But the killing took place right next to these concrete squares, which would have been the gas pumps. Next to me now is what's left of the old Sunset Tourist Camp. Now it's AAA Upholstery. And I want to drive from here to the old Meriwether County Jail to retrace the final steps of Wilson Turner. And what's kind of interesting about this is it's actually a pretty far drive. It's a good 20 minutes. And I'll have to speed the video up, but you can see now we are in the town of Moreland. And to get to the old jail, you have to make a left here.
Now old Dan Tucker's a fine old man, washed his face in a frying pan, combed his hair with a wagon wheel, died with a toothache in his heel. Get out the way, old Dan Tucker, you're too late to get your supper. Get out the way, old Dan Tucker, you're too late to get your supper. Now old Dan Tucker's come to town, riding the billy goat.
Interestingly enough, Turner would have passed through Luthersville, but he probably realized that this town was inside of the kingdom, and he kept going because he knew that Coweta might protect him a little bit better.
Now old Dan Tucker's a fine old man, washed his face in a frying pan, combed his hair with a wagon wheel, died with a toothache in his heel. Get out the way, old Dan Tucker, you're too late to get your supper. Get out the way, old Dan Tucker, you're too late to get your supper. Now old Dan Tucker's come to town, riding the billy goat, leading the hound dog barked, the billy goat jumped, landed old Tucker on top of a stump. Get out the way, old Dan Tucker, you're too late to get your supper. Get out the way, old Dan Tucker, you're too late to get your supper. Dan Tucker, he got drunk, he fell in the fire and he kicked up a chunk. A red hot coal got in his shoe and oh my lord, how the ashes flew. Get out the way, old Dan Tucker, you're too late to get your supper. Get out the way, old Dan Tucker, you're too late to get your supper. Now old Dan Tucker's come to town, swinging the ladies round and round, first to the right and then to the left and then to the gal that he loves best. Get out the way.
And we're driving up on the old Meriwether County Jail now, where Wilson Turner spent his last days alive. I think it's very interesting. That drive was a whole lot longer than the movie made it seem. And to think of someone spending 20 plus minutes just in fear for their lives as they drove from, you can see the old courthouse there. And I actually did a little bit of a video on the old Meriwether Jail on my other Murder in Coweta County video, so you should check that out.